The hood grew up eating that gutter burger.
Man.
I had some gutter butter.
Say that on the mic.
I had gutter butter on my ramen noodles.
Oh,
And
snap.
that was good. Gutter butter. That's that butter that come in that white and it's a block like this.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And it's real thick.
Real thick.
Gutter.
Gutter butter.
Gutter butter.
Gutter butter. That's that wick
You can
butter.
take that stick.
That's that
and
wick
you can
butter.
butter the whole grill.
Propane accessories.
Hey.
Yeah, the propane accessories.
On the
I
real.
tell you, bro. That's that motherfucker.
They think it's a game.
Motherfucker, man. Gutter butter, baby.
Gutter butter.
Yes,
It's a
sir.
real deal thing out here.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. We just want to welcome y'all to this cipher.
Cypher.
The Hypha.
The hyper.
The Humbler podcast, baby.
What it do?
And
I'm your host. Oh.
Hostesses.
And we're your hostess. Hostesses. Hosts.
Don't hurt yourself.
We're your hosts.
Hey.
Hosts.
Hey. But we do want to say what's up to our Thunder Dogs out there.
No, we don't.
The Thunder Dogs.
Yeah, man.
Don't let those dogs
That's
out.
what happened to a nigga when he been on too much gutter butter over his life. You know what
Too
I'm
much
saying?
gutter butter.
Straight
Too
up,
much
bro.
Thunder
I'm
Dogs.
telling you, bro. Government cheese and gutter butter for too many years, man. Turned them nigga.
Man.
gotta elevate sometimes.
Telling you, bro. Just the right amount of gutter butter in your
Man, we
life.
got too many. We got too many species out here. We got booty dogs.
Yo.
We got. Oh, y'all don't know about booty
I know
dogs.
what it.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
No,
Okay.
sir. I don't even
Well, the
want
Sure.
booty dogs are them niggas in jail, boy. That's coming for you, boy. Them booty dogs. They them
sir.
booty dogs.
Man,
But not
Crazy.
just in jail. I just don't.
but
want
not
to
just in
practice
jail.
it. They got booty dogs out on the streets too. I'm
Hey,
telling you.
hey, nah. Ray J said he got booty dogs in his squad. Like
Oh, for real?
on some just on GP. Like if the situation get too hot, niggas sicking the booty dogs.
What? When they start sicking booty dogs
Man,
on you,
ask
bro.
that man Ray J. Man, that nigga, he knows something about it, man.
That's
that
wild.
nigga know something.
We releasing booty dogs on. That remind me of that one video where the dude send the bird to attack the other bird.
It's tragic.
Come on, it's real bad out here, boy.
Niggas know they drive by,
Hey, drive by with the bird, bro.
bro.
Man.
Somehow we done got the pod started. I ain't looked at none of the
Man,
topics,
that's okay,
man.
though,
That's what
man,
it's all
because today
about.
is a good day. You
Today
know,
is
Hey, man,
a
we
great
started a new
day.
bar.
There's so much going on. We can really
Summer
go off the
is
top of our head if we wanted
It's
to.
a great day. Now we got plenty to talk about.
That's what I'm saying. We have to save some.
No, one that I had
Oh,
to.
Lord.
This is hilarious, bro. I wonder if I got a picture of that joint, man. This nigga Trump, bro.
Oh, Lord.
don't even-
I did hear some of the charges and everything, some of the details of the charges.
Not even the charges,
man.
We've discovered.
This nigga got the cheat codes, bro.
Pay attention.
Okay, so okay, bro, throw me on something. What y'all
Man,
talking about?
Listen to
listen,
what
bro.
these people was saying.
Ain't got nothing to, bruh. This nigga Trump had to make an appearance in New York criminal case.
Right.
And the appearance that this nigga made was splendiferous.
Splendiferous.
You ain't never seen a nigga show up to court like this, G. That nigga on screen.
camera?
On
That
camera.
nigga FaceTime them niggas, bro.
Hey, I'm here.
Wow, they doing him like that.
But bro, he appeared
Right.
in court. You know what I mean?
But today he learned that he
Feel what I'm
voted.
saying? Like, that nigga out thinking niggas, man. We gotta show niggas a picture of that, bro. But I'm
For
like,
sure, bro. But this is.
I thought that was hilarious
Next
because they had it
level,
on the news. It was like, yeah, and you know, he was showed up for the trial, this and that. I'm like, man,
Where's this
nigga,
nigga at?
Niggas, that nigga,
Thought he was walking through the
I'm
door.
waiting on them to show that nigga behind the shit. You know what I'm saying?
In the back.
That nigga ain't damn man. That nigga
Ain't even that court, but that court.
got that nigga
court,
hologram in there.
You know they do you like that when you in the county, and they'll let you see the judge now through like some type of Skype while you in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not. That's when you like
that nigga was
you
in
got
business
locked up
suits.
over the
You
weekend.
already locked
My
up.
man's was in the
Yeah.
business suit.
In
You
the
know what I mean?
business.
Yeah, I was just about to say I never seen
Probably
it
only
where
had
it
a
was
top
My
like
man's was at home or wherever he wanted to be.
Man.
fully dressed. He
Niggas-
had no pants on. He was in his boxers, bro.
He at the top.
Niggas was eating his
Ain't that
McDonald's.
crazy?
Niggas was eating some fries from McDonald's
Yeah.
and shit. Niggas was like,
Ah,
nigga,
shit.
hey,
What time is it?
oh shit.
Told his, hey, look, told his little grandbaby go in the other room. Go, hey, baby, go and stop.
I'm telling you, bruh.
Go and stop.
It was about
playing.
an hour.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll probably be in there in a minute.
Bro, that's the secret sauce right there, everybody.
Secret
Hey,
sauce,
that's
bro.
hey, when you can show up in court like that, you,
Like that, you straight. You straight.
I need that. That's the
even
kind
if
of
he
bread
get
we gotta
charged, man,
get.
I don't think they gonna.
I definitely don't.
They ain't gonna hit him with no real time.
I definitely don't.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, sure, he may have did whatever he did against the country, to the one young
He
lady,
just released the
to
truth.
the different
bro.
people. I mean,
So what they with all the?
Something
I heard a little bit of the details. Do you know anything?
regardless, whatever. I don't even know if it's about that part. I feel like it's.
No, yeah, I'm
I
just
feel like it's
asking.
mainly about the situation with the woman, but like
There was a
regardless-
situation with a woman.
I'm thinking about the White House.
No, they trying to.
They
catch
brought
him.
out all type of
They're
stuff.
trying to catch him on the Stormy
Golly.
Daniels shit still too, like from back in the day type shit. But regardless of all of that, guilty or not, he's still white, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? At the very least, you can take your hat off and rest it on that shit. Like, whoo! They caught a nigga. Like, they might have caught a nigga, but at least I'm white.
Right.
Like, shit.
Hate to say it, y'all.
Nigga,
Hey, I know y'all hate to hear it, but it's like.
man, I know white folks know, bro. They like,
They know, bro. They know. They got a thing called with like police, right? If white person get in certain situation in traffic, say like it's an accident, it's called good something.
Good citizen, something.
No, it's called something else like that. Something, but they'll just look out for them. Just on GP. It ain't even got to be said. They'll just make sure they straight.
You know what I'm saying? But it's, hey,
Man, for real. You
They
get in a car
know,
accident with somebody and yeah.
I want
They
us
know.
to have that same type
they know
of power,
they'll see it and be like, they'll hear all the crime that just happened and be like, man, the niggas dog shot 5 niggas, you know what I'm
Won't
saying?
file
Killed the
certain
dog,
things,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Stole this and stole that. And niggas just like, oh my gosh, that's terrible, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he doesn't get too much. Then they find out, and he was black. They be like, woo!
That boy ain't gonna make
He
it.
ain't gonna make it. That
boy ain't gonna make it.
bro.
Now on the real.
Man.
What topics we got
Living
though?
in
What we got going on?
America.
Ah man, hey, some shit stupid funny. Oh, you know what? Game of the year contenders. We got to talk about games. We ain't talked about games.
We
in a
have
minute.
not talked about
NBA?
the latest.
No.
No.
Video.
Video game.
Video game.
All games.
Yes,
Cause
sir.
I've been behind on games.
That's facts.
It's okay.
I've been behind. I have not
Okay. We
even
all
looked
have.
at the catalogs to see what's
Let
even
me just
out.
tell you, this year so far for me personally, I'm looking at. I ain't gonna say these are game of the years. Let's just start off saying these are good games. So good games so far to me. They came out this year. Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts.
Okay,
I still
okay.
haven't copped it, but I'll play
Nice
it.
joint. Nice joint. The Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor. Yeah.
Okay.
That thing slick. And then what's coming out that I think about to be nice
That's gonna be a nice
this month, that Final Fantasy 16. Gonna be
They
stupid.
coming out. I never could really get into
I
it.
couldn't either.
listen.
I'm not getting the Final Fantasy.
If you niggas like anime, this for you niggas
can't
out there in the
have that.
world, if you niggas like anime, you gonna fuck with that shit.
Oh, really?
That's it. That's all I gotta say to you.
No, it's a
Like,
classic all day.
yeah, like-
They've been going on since I was young.
See, the issue with it for me back in the day was nigga they tried to make a nigga read. I like reading now. I like reading now, but then I did not like reading, and I was a young nigga too. You know what I'm saying?
That's before they started learning the formula,
Yeah,
though. You know what I'm saying?
They were still old school RPG, you know, and that's
yeah.
I wasn't messing with old school RPG.
They really did have a lot of. You know what? Now that I think about it, that's another reason why I kind of didn't really care too much about it, because it was a lot of talking at time.
That's why. So, but now after the experiences I've had with various joints, I'm like, yeah, that's one of them ones. And this one gonna be better than all the rest of the one of the ones. I just say that
the latest
because
Final Fantasy.
Because they got a whole new engine to work with too.
they got a new engine. The head of like combat, you know what I'm saying, like how they orchestrate the combat and engineer that. He's the same dude.
Choreographer.
He the same dude that worked on Devil May Cry.
Ooh.
That's a dumb series when it come to action combat. You know what I'm saying?
No, they got good dialogue and everything to go along with the storyline.
And then the director, the head of the whole, overseeing the whole joint, is the cat that was the head over Final Fantasy 14, the one that was online that I was playing for like a year straight.
Gotcha.
And y'all know, I was in that thing, like stuck
every day.
I was stuck. It was too good, bro. Like
It be like that. Some games be like that.
See, I haven't ran into anything like that recently. I do need something that make me feel
When last
like
time
that.
you played the Spider-Man game?
I played. Remember I told you I killed that with my son
Oh yeah, that's right.
when I went to go visit him. We killed that.
And see, we got Spider-Man 2 coming out.
Spider-Man 2 is gonna be nice.
It's coming out this year. And then we also just had the new Zelda drop.
The new Zelda did.
I wouldn't mind
They
playing
saying that's a
Zelda.
10 out of 10, bro.
Yeah.
Like they gave
loving
it
that
that.
game.
I
man.
wouldn't mind playing old Zelda, see what
all
Zelda
the-
got going on.
When we get to streaming, by the way, y'all.
Zelda Z, nigga.
By the way, y'all, the
Hey,
audience.
listen.
We about to start streaming video games. Video games, all right? It's coming. And when we do, we may listen to some of your suggestions. But before we do that,
We gotta play what we love.
we gonna play some joints, bruh. And speaking of that, I got all the Zeldas.
Oh yeah.
All the Zeldas. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga been on Zelda since Zelda.
I got all the Dragon Ball Z. joints.
19, what was it, 84?
Bro,
86?
I can't remember, but that thing was gold.
we got
Yes.
Killer Instinct. We got Killer Instinct.
You got Killer Instinct?
I got all the Dragon Ball Z joints. I got all the Naruto joints.
All the Naruto.
I got all
what
the
system?
all systems.
all systems.
Even
go.
All systems go. You know what I'm saying?
Even on the 5?
For the 5 to the PC, between the 5, the PC, and the Xbox, I
Okay.
got all
All
of
the
that.
games
You know what I'm saying?
you've ever played.
I didn't know
Street
they
Fighter.
had Zelda 1 on the 5.
All the Street Fighter. No, it's on the PC.
Listen.
Oh, okay. You just mix and matching.
That's what I'm saying.
okay.
But we gonna stream it on both. You know what I'm saying?
This
Either
brother
platform.
got Pong.
Atari Pong?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pong to the latest game.
We gonna be
last
getting.
week.
We gonna be getting drunk. We gonna be getting drunk playing Pong.
drunk playing Pong.
No,
What's up?
no, that's something to do. For
I'm
real.
telling you,
Real.
Talking about trying to focus and get that thing. Talking about be missing it. Yup.
Bro, we gonna have some fun with that. So
That's
that's
gonna be
just
nice.
Because it
man.
get crazy too, especially when that ball start going real fast. You can make it go fast, boy.
Hey,
Think about how
niggas
many
are
video
getting
games that
locked
is,
in.
though, y'all. From Pong to 2023, the latest game that came
We used to
out
play
2
with
We got a
dots.
lot.
Like there were little blocks on the screen that we just played with, and you had to go through a maze. I can't remember the name of the game, but
on the computer.
Sound like ET.
Atari.
Oh, sorry.
Sound like ET.
Man, it might be, bro.
Hey, ET was terrible, man.
Hey, man, that game. You know what? Even like we talk about those retro games like that, they were bangers at
They
that
was.
time, man.
But what was you saying? Jay was saying something about game of the year.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I mean,
it's
so
a-
far they saying Zelda might be game of the year. Some
Yeah, he
niggas
was
is-
saying that was 10 to 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
Yeah.
niggas is thinking that it might be Spider-Man 2 possibly.
yeah, they came out. It's
They hoping it
October,
is.
Yeah.
September.
yeah.
Some other folks.
Is Budokai supposed to come out this year?
No, man. Come on.
Damn.
I keep
Damn.
telling you, man.
Don't think about
I'm
that right
itching,
now.
bro.
Think about
Itching
that,
right
bro.
now.
Don't
We
think
got
about
to
that
play
right
all
now.
3 of the other Budokai Tenkaichis.
Yeah, I'm ready to get my rounds in those.
We got to get it.
Especially the first Budokai where you can just kick somebody out.
Like I said, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Street Fighter is coming out.
Yep.
Another Street Fighter. I haven't seen the
Tekken.
trailer. Oh yeah, Tekken. I seen Tekken.
I gotta get that new Tekken.
Y'all seen Mortal Kombat 1?
And it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they revamping Mortal Kombat. Man, look. Yes.
It's wild right now, bro.
It is.
And they
It
dropping the
is.
rest of the Final... Man, y'all niggas don't fuck with Final Fantasy. Yeah. They dropping the rest of the Final Fantasy 7 remake
Dude
shit.
fell along.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to the audience.
I'm gonna talk to
They
y'all
understand.
niggas, man.
Get y'all right now.
Yeah, for
I
real.
think honestly it's gonna be game of the year could be I'm real heavy on Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, you think...
I think Harry gonna get
I don't think so, because I don't think they got a high enough rating from the critics.
what they got, 7.5, 7.
I think they got something like that, 7,
Yeah,
8.
it
It should
ain't
be an
too
8
crazy,
to me.
yeah.
It was a great game,
Bruh.
honestly. I feel like they might have got a 9, honestly.
I feel like they should.
Because it did get, even though it came with problems, it was like, I think niggas wanted something from that brand for so long.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even want to tarnish it with a terrible, you know what I'm saying, a super critical take on it, you know. But
It is what it is.
yeah. That's gonna be
Man.
hard. But I
Y'all
got-
tune in when we start streaming for real though.
I got one other topic to run on real quick, and that's Shannon Sharp leaving.
Oh yeah.
Man, I called it. That's all I want to say.
What's your take on it?
I think he's just about to go in a better business direction. I think it was just like a little controversial with Skip, because Skip is Skip, man. You can't really is love him or
the-
hate him.
But you know
Like-
what though? I'm tired of it's my ball type of
Bullying,
mentality. Well, no,
yeah.
it ain't even a bully. It's the, I don't know. It's a funny type of. I can't even call it really. I don't have no words for it, but it's just like you can tell their character is like they trying to take advantage of, like, I don't know how to explain it, but his
It's
response, the way, because they've been getting into it about a lot of things. Like one time they was talking about Tom Brady,
Yep.
and then they got into it about that. But the way he responds, sometimes it just seemed like childish, so to speak.
Who?
Like
Which one?
Skip, when he get in those type of
but
situations.
that's the bossiness. That's the
But that's that.
because he's the superior.
Oh,
as
I
far
put you
as-
on.
Yeah,
so
that's the boss.
But it's a difference. Sometimes people can still be in that situation and they just deal with that in a manly way.
Mm-hmm.
But he's responding and having balls about the situation as far as just responding back.
Mm-hmm.
But the way you're doing it is what I'm trying to come from.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
The way Skip's doing it.
yeah, because we'll just be like kind of like what Stephen A. be doing to him. Like, this is my show. You can,
Right.
he'll just let them know what their place is right then and there, instead of just being like, well, I'm going to tell you what I want and what I feel, and I'm going to say what I want. You see what I'm saying?
Smacking the shit out that table,
Yeah,
I swear.
but you know what I'm saying? It's good for, I think he figures it's good for TV, but it's like, sometimes he go too far.
Yeah, a lot
You know
of
what I'm
times.
saying? That's just my opinion, though. You know what I mean? But
Skip a crybaby.
he's still
man.
that. But no, he
I
still
like
look. He understand the business. He understand what works.
Yeah, and that's what it comes
That's why he
down to.
brought
Either
Shannon
you can't handle
along.
it,
That's why he brought Shannon along, because they want to use that black and white dynamic. If you notice, that's like the theme for most of those shows because of Stephen A. and Skip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just like them shows trying to create that conflict like that to keep us watching, because we show as a community that's what we want to watch. That's why you go on TikTok, see people on there just talking about the Bible ain't real, prove me wrong, and then they just on there just going at it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like the spirit of it behind it is wrong, and it's hard for me to explain. I'm gonna have to find the words to explain what I really, really mean. Because really what I'm saying is not all the way exactly what I mean, but I'm trying to touch it and to get everybody to understand. It's hard for me to clarify it.
Okay, y'all done?
I am.
Well, it's my turn now. And I'm going to say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hey, but he have that right too. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
It's
So
like-
you gotta slam the tape.
No, I don't
he
think it's that. I
can.
don't think it's all of that, but I do think what I seen recently was that I think Shannon was wanting more control in the show, and that was not up for debate. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong.
Yeah, because I've heard a lot of other stuff
Yeah,
too. That's
you know
why
what
I'm
saying?
kind of like...
I'm just throwing that out as one potential possibility that's been thrown out there, but let's not take it. Because, I mean,
What reason have everybody heard?
that's one of them. I feel like everybody's speculating because nobody's
sure.
really heard. nothing.
No, okay. That's what I thought.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
What I
like
thought.
the official report was just that they agreed to part ways, and it wasn't
and
that
he walked
Skip
off.
and it wasn't that Skip and Shannon agreed to part ways. It wasn't that FS1 and Shannon agreed to part ways. Fox, the parent company of FS1, and Shannon decided to part ways.
But I thought it was part of something because it said he walked off on the air, right?
I mean, Shannon has done a lot since he's been
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
that show.
it's been 7 years.
From dealing with Dylan Brooks
Right.
this year
Mhm.
to the walking off on the show. You know what I'm saying? To I think he had some more aggression situations in public that was out there, which I fuck with you, Unc. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Exactly.
you know what I'm
Sure.
saying? But like in terms of the business, and it's Fox too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't BET or you know what I'm saying, something that is from or Revolt. You know what I'm saying? Or Uninterrupted. It ain't for us by us. So at the
True
end of the
that.
day,
True that.
and
True
he
that.
represent us about as raw as you can. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a necessarily perfect fit for Fox, honestly. If I'm
Yeah.
talking,
Yeah.
just target demographic, and you know what I mean? So I can see how they could mutually agree to part ways. And, Shannon, he got the Shannon Uncle Shay Shay
Club,
joint,
yeah.
and he had that with them too. So, I mean,
Which
it's
we subscribe to, player.
right. And on top of that, they bought him out.
Oh.
They bought him out.
This is another level. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's really something else they can't really speak on yet.
I don't think it's necessarily just
See,
anything
and that's
we
why
can-
I even said I hate what I said because I ain't even really have all the full information.
Mm-hmm.
So the information I'm speculating off of.
It's just off what we can see, but
yeah, and that's what I'm kind of
yeah,
touching too. But dang, it's just messed up.
yeah. I don't think it's messed up at all, honestly. I think you get 7 years to build a
I was
brand
just about to say
that did not exist whatsoever. 2 different brands, really. You help Skip get his shit even hotter than it was before, to be honest.
He really helped his career too
Yeah,
because he really needed somebody else that he can
Yeah,
gel with.
yeah, and then he helped himself tremendously. He's in a position that he wasn't even in as a Hall of Famer NFL player. You know what I'm saying? More niggas know him from this than they know anything
Oh,
else.
Skip blessed him for
Yeah,
sure.
it's a
Yeah,
blessing
yeah.
on both ends. The nigga he still got Club Shay Shay. Like, I'm pretty sure he say he's the sole proprietor.
Oh
of it
yeah, yeah.
every
He gonna
time.
be straight. He
So
gonna be straight.
everything is, and he got bought out, so he getting his money. It's like it's win-win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So a partnership that lasts 7 years is, you can't even say that went wrong. You know what I mean?
And I'm not even mad about the split up at all.
Me neither. I think we got a good. It was a good
run.
run.
It was.
Yeah.
Everything got to come to an end at some point.
At some point.
Just like the
Gotta
Lakers.
rebuild.
Just like the Lakers
That
run
nigga
in the
took a
playoffs.
Deep breath, boy. Did you hear that? Just
Yeah.
like the Lakers.
Losing in the playoffs.
How do
We got
y'all?
swept, didn't we?
So look.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. I don't think
Hey,
so.
so look, y'all. We want to see.
Not to my recollection.
We want to see. How do you guys feel about your Lakers going into the next season?
I feel Tony the Tiger. Great.
I mean, I think you should feel great.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a heck of a season.
Hell of a run at the
Like,
end of that
crazy.
That was a
Western Conference.
Hey, y'all should be doing this.
Western Conference.
Because they totally turned that around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And really,
And we beat the Warriors.
and you beat the Warriors, and you took steps.
Defending champs.
That was the biggest part right there. And I mean, we just won aware of Denver.
I was.
LeBron was.
LeBron definitely was.
I mean, all the NBA was. But you
If I
know,
was, I know LeBron was.
they didn't
But
do a
we-
lot of airing them boys like that.
But we
either.
spoke about it early in the year.
Yeah, I know we did, but you know, I still didn't understand completely how good this guy was.
It's not him though. It's like he's great, yes. But I keep telling them niggas have 4 potential all-stars on their starting
Absolutely.
squad. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? They got length. They got another young nigga who's a potential Hall of Famer at
I've
that.
always felt like that was the key to winning.
You know,
For sure.
Because if we go back, even when Detroit was beating up Chicago,
Whooping on them.
they had
Detroit.
They had one superstar. No, they had 2 superstars. And then about 3 potential all-stars.
Yeah, man. Straight up.
Vinny coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bill Laimbeer
Yep.
could have easily. He was a stretch center back then.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yep. You know what I mean? So it's like
Every time. It's because that level, it's just a level of confidence and consistency that they have about themselves so that Jokic can trust all his basketball knowledge and just like he did this first game of the series in the finals.
Man,
The
this
man
dude,
didn't
triple
score.
double
He didn't really score till like the end of the second half.
late in the third.
that's
what
when
I'm
you know
saying.
you got a team.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
So,
man.
That's what LeBron was trying to do.
But didn't nobody want to step up?
I don't think they didn't want to step up. I think they was trying to play in the scheme of the coach at some points, but other times they were just missing
second
shots.
half of this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lack of training camp. I mean, the reason I knew Denver was going to be a potential problem is because at an early point in the season, you could see everybody was filling into their potential.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you always knew with that starting squad, like they could be good, but if anybody in the NBA plays to their actual potential, they a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And they had that going for them. You know what I'm saying? And Aaron Gordon is a nigga I thought was gonna be superstar at one point. You
He
know what
really
I'm
could
saying?
have. I feel like that man got robbed at some point, but
I mean,
Yeah,
he did sign that contract though. That was a big contract. He got.
but he could have did way more better than
Yeah,
what he was
it's
doing.
it's partly
You know
on
what
him.
I'm
That's
saying?
what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
bro. It's about living up to your potential. And sometimes when you have such great teammates, it allows for you to do that more so than when everything is falling on you.
Absolutely. Cause we go back and look on LeBron, Jordan, those early years. Looking at that roster they had, them boys had it tough. Both of them.
Straight up. Guarantee. Oh. Oh, me. All right, so shit, I mean, we done got to the playoffs. It really ain't much to talk about the playoffs. That's what's funny. Yeah, it all happened.
Yeah, like we all know who
it all
winning.
happened.
Nuggets winning it, man.
The
Straight
niggas
up.
winning. And how many games you say?
I say gentleman sweep 5.
Woo!
Gentleman sweep.
I don't want to go there.
I want to see one more game. I
One
say
more.
gentleman sweep right now, but one more game, and I might either be able to say it goes 6 or.
Hey, let me ask you this: I missed the first game? How was Miami zone?
It worked the second half, late in the fourth.
So they figured out something. But that's the thing about Denver. They
None
got
of-
that coach that
None
know how
of
to.
the Heat
prepare them.
stars,
Did anything.
and they were in the game
The whole
Most of the game.
between somewhere between 10, 16 points. They got a 20-point lead at some point, but Jimmy Butler gave you 14.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Gabe Vincent gave you what?
Vincent
13.
gave you 13, 14.
Martin
Martin.
gave you nothing.
3.
3.
He was 1
Martin
for
is the same nigga that gave niggas damn near 30.
36.
You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
So I can't really say it's gonna be a gentleman sweep because if they can manage to
They could
keep
make some
the score
adjustments,
where it
yeah.
was,
Because are they gonna come out and just be like that again?
because them niggas,
Listen, man.
the Heat is crazy, bro.
The Heat are crazy, but
They missing Hero.
listen,
They are,
he's supposed to be back for game 2.
He do?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
but
watching that game.
Listen, it's the same thing that happened to them in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Their guys they don't be there. Like they're not conditioned, quote unquote, for that longevity of play.
You talking about the Heat?
Those undrafted guys is different.
Can we say the same thing about Denver though? Cause they ain't been there. They been there even less than the Heat, aside from 1 or 2 niggas on the squad.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little bit more.
Who else?
You got Jeff Green. You got
Jeff Green ain't been there in so long, bro.
Okay, I'm about to say he been there now.
He been there.
He been there. He's just been a
minute.
long time. You got Jeff Green. You got who? KCP.
KCP facts.
You know what I'm
KCP
saying?
was definitely a factor.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
Especially when they
fact.
was playing the Lakers.
Guaranteed.
I want to say who else they got? Brown, who was
He went to the finals?
not to the finals, but he's been far in the playoffs.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
Finals
what I'm
is-
saying. The Heat don't have that many people that's been far in the playoffs. That longevity, man, is a big factor to whether you
I feel like a lot of that team went to the finals to play against us.
I feel like it's almost even, AJ.
Yeah.
They made a trade during that time.
But think about
They main stars that got them there is still there.
They still there. You ain't lying. But
You know what I'm saying?
they've been rocky since the start of the season. They haven't had no cohesiveness as far as
And they got
as far
Udonis
as the-
Haslam. See, niggas be forgetting
that's really the gem.
that's the real gym. You know what I'm saying?
For real,
You
though.
know what I'm saying?
If he get in the game, a good 8 and 10.
They need to have him holding yo.
Nah, man, he ain't getting no 8 and 10. You see how stiff that man is now?
8 and
You
10.
don't think he could lock yoke?
No. At
That man gonna
all.
sit him in retirement at halftime.
Hey, man, that man gonna step on the court and go right back to the bench. I'm sorry. Hey, you can't go back to the bench yet. Yeah, so y'all gonna have to figure that
Y'all
out.
gotta figure that out.
Nah, because I seen them. They put him in one time when they was like up 20 points and let him play. He was stiff, bro. He was stiff. He might as well just stay on the sideline.
Man.
And no,
That nigga got
this is not me attacking him either, because he's definitely a great player, but he's just been in the game for too long.
Hey,
that nigga got a new body being built as we speak. It's just the miracle of science is still, coming up. It really just this year, 2023, they finally made the breakthrough. So they trying to keep that nigga afloat till 2025.
You see, he already put that note in.
Reinstall that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Reinstall that nigga.
Knew you done.
Hey, you know,
nigga gonna
he
have a
retired
bronze
after this
body.
year.
They gonna put that nigga head on a bronze body.
Oh, he can go then. He
Bruh.
can at least go 2 more years.
10.
10.
Bro, it's
That nigga body
the
gonna be
miracle of
like-
science.
The miracle of science. Sound like a PBS special. The miracle of science.
He gonna,
You
by
know
the time
that's
they
how-
get to half court, they're gonna be coming back on offense. He gonna be like, oh.
Nigga they gonna have that. What's that? The shit that the military got, the exo suit.
Exo
Nigga gonna pull up with the exo joint. Nigga going fast like that nigga Dame from
Oh, hell
Space Jam?
no. They brought 1,000 dribbles. I'm gonna hit you with 1,000 dribbles.
Oh man, bro.
I'll be like, time out. Bro gotta go, bro. Hey, he doing 1,000 dribbles.
Robo Haslam.
The hidden crossover. Like, bro, no, we not doing this.
It's a kid out there like that in real life.
Man, bro,
dribble
the
exactly
cheat
like
code.
Exactly like that.
The
for
cheat
sure.
code, bro.
He got the
But like I say, bro, the way it look, it's like the Heat. The thing about the Heat is, as mismatched as they've looked throughout this playoffs, they always seem to make stars look like regular niggas all of a sudden.
True.
I don't know what it is they doing with their strategy.
I know what it is, and it's always what I used to teach y'all when we was younger. playing real defense.
Real
you know when
shit.
you play that real defense on
Real
people and they
facts.
start missing shots and all that because
Losing
you
they
really
rhythm.
up on them for real.
And not
That's-
fouling.
and not playing and
Yeah.
actually serious about playing real
They
defense.
facts.
So what I like about them is I give them the heart stamp. They get the heart stamp all day.
Yeah, they got that. They
Yeah,
got,
they
the
got
heart.
that heart stamp.
They got
dog.
heart. Most times they seem to have just enough discipline to outweigh the lack of discipline as the other team.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's right. And a lot of times when other teams will stop scrapping, they'll still be scrapping.
That's what I was saying. Because what happened, Denver was not letting them really break a 10-point
A lead
deficit.
for the whole.
And so, but when the third quarter came, that's what it's like, bro, you've been in the lead for 3 quarters. You think you just gonna ride it out.
to? Nah.
They still biting at your ankles
Right.
tough. Like they go the same speed all game.
All game. While people be going on runs, they go.
Straight
Because
up.
Straight
big
through.
men slow the game down.
They do. And eventually you got to take them out.
And then when they do take them out, they go really, really fast.
Right. Exactly.
Straight up. So
Exactly.
I'm saying Denver gonna win, but I really want Miami to win.
I want them to
I
win
want
too,
Miami
but
to
I know
win too,
Denver.
but
will
it's
probably-
It'll be
I'm not
that would
gonna be a
be the
fool.
greatest upset right now.
That would be
It
stupid.
would. That would be insane.
That'd be one of the coldest rings around.
It would not. It will. It
Straight
will.
up.
It will.
Jokic didn't win MVP. He got to get the ring. He got to do it for his brothers.
Yeah.
My brother, you get. Yeah, I feel like they'll do it, but I feel like Jokic would do it, but it would be nice to see the Heat do some shit like that. That'd just be
Man, Jimmy
historic.
get his first ring.
That'd be historic.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess before we get out, somebody got another topic. Somebody. It ain't me. I don't know.
It
who.
ain't me.
It ain't me.
AJ.
What's the topic?
Y'all niggas ain't came prepared.
Nuh-uh.
Man,
I had no
ain't nothing
topic.
we ain't talked about that
Because
I
you know what
really
you
know to talk about.
you know what this. You know what?
I almost said the song. My bad.
What?
L know how to bullshit.
Cause I can't see. I almost did it.
You gotta get it. You gotta get your game right, bro. See, L the type of cat that showed up to class, you know what I'm saying, a little late. Really had missed a couple of classes last week. Didn't know nigga had a presentation today.
Right. It
Fucked
was like,
around, winged that
shit.
bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
this
yeah. No,
book-
I did my presentation. I left it though. I
but
know it
I
though.
could go up there.
I know it.
Right.
I tell it to y'all right now.
And just BS it.
Dr. King had a dream.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, yada what I mean, and then went on to the rest of the joint. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Interesting situation before we go. Ran across some Israelites.
Yeah, I seen him out there.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
on the street?
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Which street?
Talking that talk.
Markham, I want to say.
Yeah. Talking that talk.
Talking that talk. Oh, I showed up. You was my first thought when I seen him. I blew the horn and just said, what's up?
So
You
the
start rapping with
question,
him?
yeah, of course. So the question is, they're out there trying to establish the law
Mm-hmm.
of God, but it's like sometimes you go and read stuff and you haven't read enough, so you don't really understand why these laws are being implemented and all that. So they're trying to do a great deed. But my question was, what makes you an Israelite?
Oh.
What makes you an Israelite? And they giving me the right answers. But my next question was, if you're truly an Israelite, it says that you believe in Yeshua. So why are you out here teaching law instead of salvation? Because the thing is that
Oh, I see what you're saying with the long.
yeah. Because they'd be like, you saying da 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 da.
Man, it's the whole thing.
But it's like they're coming from a different perspective where they're trying to separate
Niggas may as well be regular
one
Jews.
Christianity because that's one of the foundations where we was having the conversation. I can tell in his spirit, he they trying to get away from like the white man religion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So when you mention Christianity, they kind of deferring away from that.
Mm-hmm.
But then they get into the Israelite because we learning about our bloodline. But you can't do that because those laws lead into the Christianity. Christianity is based on those laws.
Mm-hmm.
But the laws are being fulfilled.
Right.
They're already fulfilled. So you don't have to try to live by the law. It's the spirit that causes you to move in the law.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my message was to them.
Oh.
That while y'all out here claiming to be Israelites, make sure that you are fulfilling the law by walking in love. Because you have to love your neighbor. You have to have compassion with him and have patience with his growth. Although you are correcting him here and there, you're still patient with the growth.
Right.
What they say to that?
Patient with the
What they
growth.
think is they like, you're wrong. Da 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 da. And
That's
that's what
it,
they're
that was
doing.
it?
Yeah, that's what they were out there doing.
That's how they replied to that?
No, they didn't. They couldn't reply to it. They just
Okay.
kind of accepted it, like, okay, OG, you know.
All right then,
you
brother.
know, yeah, you know, yeah.
Yeah,
But no, they
then.
and they good brothers. You know what I'm saying? They all trying to do the right thing, but I'm just trying to let them know, like, the real thing is actually walking in love. That's the law. That is the law.
That's the law right there, y'all.
That's
man.
That's
right.
the law right there for sure.
Because love conquer all things. as they
Walking
say.
in love, that's the law.
That's the law, bro.
So within walking in love, is it what is the, because when you do it, it's not, you don't do it for gratification or to
That's right.
condemn people. You just,
Well, we do
because
so.
that's could be how it felt with the Israelites. How they
Well, that's
"You're
just like
wrong."
when y'all see me doing something, y'all gonna tell me about it, right?
Mhm.
Like, oh, you kind of tripping. So we supposed to be speaking truth towards one another, letting each other know, hey, brother, you need to be walking in this way. This is the. So that's what they're trying to do. We do supposed to be reminding each other of the ways of the Lord, you know. But there's a scripture that says that one day God says that I'm gonna write the laws on your heart, and your little brother will have to go to his next brother and say, know ye the Lord, for I will write my laws upon his heart. And in those days, da 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 da. So what happens is once you begin to get in the spirit, the laws start to get written in your heart, and you just live it.
But how does one get in the spirit without
Prayer, meditation.
outside? But like prayer and meditation, you don't know prayer and meditation is what it is. Maybe you don't know it exists. Maybe you've seen people. Maybe you've heard people praying and doing meditation.
But that's
you
the whole
don't know what it correlates to.
Right, and that's the problem.
Mhm.
Because what's happening is, again, people trying to get away from religion and separate Christianity from Israel. And when that happens, what happens is you start not learning about how to meditate according to the Bible or pray according to the Bible, because now you have disregarded the elders and the ones
Exactly.
because you
That's
don't want to
where we
honor
at.
those things. Exactly.
Yeah, that's where we
and
at.
you start getting off track, and that's why I'm trying to bring them back and say, hey, y'all trying to do a good deed, but this
you
is
do. But like, granted, their mission was incomplete, but the goal in those whoever in God putting them that in their heart is because we're in another time where so many are disregarding what would lead you to being able to have the recognition of the laws already being written in your heart. You know what I'm saying? And so we need those voices just in the thin air. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean as far as them out there saying what they're saying?
Not what they're saying, but out there saying what needs to be said.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean by they're doing, trying to do the good thing by proclaiming the laws of God. But if that's all you're doing, then you're missing the point. Because it's about conquering that person with love. And that's why I say they should be ministering salvation along with that. Because if you're going to bring up the laws and you don't bring up the solution that God has provided, it turns into condemnation easily.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just saying, oh, ain't no hope for you. You're going to hell.
Yeah,
but God always gave a way.
You know, that's wild.
Exactly.
But that's not true being an Israelite.
Exactly.
That's like that.
That's
Hebrew,
a Pharisee.
That's that Hebrew Israelite subgenre.
Yeah. And that's why I mentioned like the foundation of like, you can tell, because like as I start talking more with the brother. But you understand how I get like, because it's like, really where they at is, they damn near Jewish. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get them to see as well. Exactly.
That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
But it's hard like, when it's hard in the middle of the journey or in the middle of the study, not knowing how much more there is to it, to see that, like, yeah, you want to separate the Christianity part, but not because of the Christianity part. Like, when you talking about Christianity, you almost talking in a code, you personally, because it's like, you know what Christ means on a different level.
I agree.
But Christ, the word, is also just a word in a certain language that was made up in a country of people who hated Christ. You know what I'm saying? So from that perspective, you can see why a purist would want to pull apart that part of the
absolutely
tape.
Understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to recognize the math and the science behind,
that's why I had to break stuff down.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was going into details about certain words, and that's the type of conversation we had. Like Christian. Let's talk about that word real quick before we go, because we know we getting up out of here.
Yeah.
But just the word Christian is Christos in Greek, but it's interchangeable with the Hebrew word messianic. So it says when they were sitting there, they were really telling them that they were messianic. Because when they were walking, and by the way, another thing I got to share where I'm going with this, nobody called him Jesus but the demons. All right? And so when they was walking with him, they always called him master.
Right.
They never called him Jesus.
No, they didn't.
Okay, it was only the demons that called him Jesus. And as a matter of fact, let me correct that. They did say Jesus. They said Son of God. That's what they said. They said, what do you have to do with us, Son of God? They didn't say what you have to do with us, Jesus, Son of God. So that was put in there. Because Jesus in the Greek is a title.
Right.
And if you go get the King James Version 1611, go to the back, you have divine titles and names. And it'll break it down using the name Iosus, Messiah, Christ, and all these different things. So really, the reason why you can't separate the word Christian from it all is because the process of being anointed is that. Because the oil on the head in the spiritual realm establishes your office that you operate in.
In the spiritual realm.
In the spiritual realm. So you can't take away the
So
oil.
you have to have it.
You can't call yourself Israel without the oil.
Right.
And the oil is what's making you Christos. He's the anointed one. The anointed one. You cannot separate that from that.
But this be my thing, and I do not disagree.
I know.
Because I started with but. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. You already have jumped on that one.
Do not
you
disagree
good.
at all. My thing has always been like, Christo. Why can't we all just know that and use that? Because is it still Christo?
Well,
now that it's changed to Christianity.
So that's why we got to get into translation and transliteration, right? You know what I'm saying? That's where that comes in part.
That's part of the demon's work.
That's where it's at. And that's what they're really fighting against. But that's why I have to keep trying to remind them and saying, wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Although we know Rome came and tried to touch it, right?
Yeah.
And we know that is true. That is facts. That they came and Constantine and them. They and I think there's a guy by the name of Saint Joseph. They came and tried to take it from. I don't know if he took it from the Aramaic into the Greek. Oh no, I forget what the translation that he did. But anyway, it was still our people that originally wrote it.
Right.
And when they did wrote it, just like we are Africans in America writing English, the same way it was with them being Israel, but under Rome writing it, had to write it in Greek. But that's why you'll still see words in Aramaic in there as well. But I said all that to say, when you're Israelite, you are messianic. And that's what they were telling them. And that's why the rabbis didn't want to accept it. Because how are you coming, calling yourself the son of God, now making yourself higher than a rabbi?
Wow.
And that's their culture. Because the student leaves his life. Think about those movies where this guy, they want to learn about him so much that they went and stayed with him.
Yep.
That's what they would do. So that's why he was master. So they was not calling him Jesus. They was calling him master, the ones that follow him. Anybody outside of that would probably say Jesus, but only the demon said it. And so which makes evidence that Christos, we cannot separate it from the Messiah and being messianic in the way that we are following him. So we become higher than a rabbi. And that's the problem that they really don't like. That's why they didn't like him. That's part of the reason, but I said too much.
Yes.
I've said too much.
Yeah, I've said too much. But
the law
it's necessary.
is walking in love.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what we're going to leave on, y'all. Walk in love, man.
y'all.
Hey, whatever you do. And you know what's challenging about that? The moment you decide, you're going to have situations that's going to test that.
Always.
Gang.
And we out.